Hello, friends who like nails as much as I like nails. And nail art. Nail art is fun. Today we're doing a set. I'm going to show you 5 ways to do plaid with some new plaid plates. So this is a fall trend. Teal and pink specifically are fall trend. We're using this is the Hello Kitty. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Gal Pal, something like that. I could be wrong. Let me see. My favorite Gal Pal, that's what it is called. And we're going to be using Frocking Glitter, which is also a new fall trend. And I can't say after using it that I loved it, but we're going to give it a go. I might try to find some other uses for it. I think it could be useful for sweater nails, though I've never done sweater nails, so I might have to try it now that I have Frocking Glitter. I don't know. We'll see how this all goes. But I am doing this in real time because I wanted to show you 2 things. I wanted to show you real time, not sped up at all. But I also wanted to show you what this glitter kind of was like when I opened it. So you could see that it was kind of chunky and kind of stuck together. It stuck together to itself. So what I did initially, while the tacky layer was still there from the gel polish, is I sort of tried to put it into the glitter because I didn't feel like scooping it and putting it on was going to work. But that did kind of work. I apologize if you can hear noise in the background. It's kind of warm today, even though it's fall. So I have my windows open. So I used 2 different colors because this isn't really designed to necessarily be a set. And I wanted to try a couple different colors. So one is more of a royal blue. One was a little more of a denim-y tealy blue. And I stuck them in there and just kind of stuck the nails into the pot and just kind of smushed it on, I guess is the way to put it. So one of the problems I had with this, which you'll see at the very end, is that I went over it with, I wasn't sure exactly how to use this. So I went over it with top coat, and the top coat made it wet, and it did give it a texture, but that texture, it sort of lost some of the texture. So I think if I did it again, I would do it with matte top coat instead of shiny top coat, but hey, whatever. So we're using Maniology plates today. So those of you keeping track, I have done 2 coats of the Hello Kitty polish, and now I am using 2 different color pinks. I do end up liking the brighter pink a little better than the darker pink, but I also wasn't looking for, I was looking for sort of a blended art for this one and less of a in-your-face plaid. So I was okay with the fact that it was a little more subtle. I'm using the 2 different colors right now and dotting them onto the plate so that when I scrape the plate, I will end up with some of each color, which will give that sort of, how plaid sometimes has that multi-tonal effect, even though it's all one tone. That's what I was going for there. So this is another play video. So I had no plan for this. I was just going at it as I went. And, kind of trying out some new trends and new looks and seeing what to make of it. So right now I'm stamping on that first stamp. I do like these stamps, by the way. They're all plaids. Some of them layer on top of each other so you can do multiple shades, which is nice. I haven't played with it too much yet, but I do have a client who loves plaids, so I do envision that I will be using this some more. I actually have some nude nails that I just painted the other day that I'm planning on doing something with, and I have some ideas. As I'm editing today, I'm having ideas. So we will have to look into that as we go. Hopefully I'll get those up and published pretty soon. I do all my own editing, so sometimes it takes me a while once I get the creations made to actually edit them and put them up. I'm going into the second nail now. Again, I did this on purpose to be basically plaid 5 different ways. So you could see different ways to use them. In the end, I feel like this whole set could potentially go together if you really wanted to, or you could have 1 or 2 focal nails. The plaids don't necessarily have to be the same on every nail to look good, which you'll see at the end of the video because they all are sitting together, obviously. And we saw it at the beginning real quick. So this is the second one. This is more of an argyle. It reminded me of an argyle sock. I was kind of digging that. So I went with the main part of the design being right in the middle and left the top and the bottom blank. So one of the things I like about this jelly polish, and I showed you in the beginning, is the fact that it is a jelly. So it has a little bit of that translucence, which is still a big thing. We had the jelly donut look. Yeah, I still don't get that one. The jelly donut glazed look in the spring and summer. So this is like the fall version of it, where the polishes are still jelly related, but they're much deeper in color. I know a lot of companies have just come out with other ones. I know I got some from... I'm trying to think of the name of the company. Star Lily. Thanks. There we go. Star Lily. Just put out a set that's beautiful, if you get a chance to look at them, of jelly polishes. And they're kind of funny because they're sort of themed after jellyfish, which was kind of, I thought, a nice play on things. Anyway. Like all my videos, I don't get sponsored by any of these nail companies or nail places. I'm just a professional nail tech, and these are things that I enjoy doing, so I am sharing them on YouTube with you. I've been a nail tech for almost 30 years. It may be 30 years now. I don't even know. So I've seen a lot of things over the years, and I've seen a lot of different trends. Stamping is probably one of my favorite new things that they have developed in many years for nail art, because I think it makes it more accessible to anyone for any reason, whether you're at home or whether you're in the salon. I think there's just a lot of potential there. So you can see I just went over to one of the other more full coverage stamps. That was one of my favorite nails when I was done. I would have done it a little differently had I thought it out a little more, but you know, we'll save that for another video. But what I did was a 3/4 of the way up plaid, and I'm going to top that off with one of the little ribbons. I love that this other plate I'm using, has these strings of, you know, like sort of an argyle or a plaid, or even just like a stripe or a line. I think there's a lot of potential, especially like with Christmas nails and things like that for this plate, or even just winter nails. But I did go back in and grab a chain just to sort of finish off the top, and then it kind of reminded me of a sock. And I thought that was kind of cool. Or a sweater, maybe. A sweater sock. How about that? I like sweater socks. Not today, but I like sweater socks. So, we are at nail 4, for those of you keeping count. So, again, that was 2 coats of gel polish. On top of that, we're stamping with 2 pinks from Maniology. I don't remember exactly which pinks they were. One of them is a metallic pink. The other one is a matte. I want to say it's flotsam, but I don't think it is. Anyway, sorry, can't remember. I'm on to the last nail, and I'm going to do a double layer on this one. You don't end up being able to see the second layer as well as I would like, but this gave me an opportunity to do something else. I'm just measuring up right now to see how much more of the design I need. I'm going to clean my plate off and go back in and grab a little more of that design and scrape it. So again, like I said, most of this is in real time, so I didn't speed up the video at all. This one section is a little tiny bit sped up because I got rid of some of the, like, cleaning my plate and that kind of thing. But truly, it's, you know, you can see I'm not rushing. I'm not really going crazy. I'm not trying to be super fast. This is the second layer. I told you that I had a second layer for this one. I used the metallic, but again, it's a little more muted, so you don't see it as much. But it wasn't hard to line up, and it gave it just a little sparkle, so you can see it catch the light a little bit. It gives it a really fine, thin line that's a little bit of a sparkle. On top of this, I am going to top coat, so watch that nail right there. Right there. Did you see how it went from kind of almost matte to shiny? That was where I hit the Frocking Glitter with the top coat, which again, I wouldn't do, I don't think, if I do another set. I think I'd use a matte top coat to maybe keep it a little bit more. Again, it came out fine. I mean, you still see a little bit of that texture, but it's definitely smoother, which I guess could be good for a client that doesn't like a lot of texture on their nails. I feel like it would wear off over time because it's so fluffy, but I don't know. You know, it's a trend. We tried it. It's interesting to see. So there you are. Now you have plaid 5 ways. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and